Hey, what's up guys? Today we've got a simple design tutorial. We're going to do a style that is pretty easy to translate into virtually any niche. We're going to do this half graphic, half text design. And I'm going to show you pretty organically like how I went about creating one. You can actually see the preview here behind me in the thumbnail. But yeah, like I played around, I did some things that worked, some things that didn't work. I walk you through how I executed it. So it's going to be step by step, and why don't we get right into it? Real quick, just wanted to remind you, I run a weekly print-on-demand giveaway, completely free to enter. This week, 2 winners will be selected, and they will win licenses to Flying Research, print-on-demand research tools, AutomatePOD, print-on-demand design creation automation, All American Graphics, premium Premade graphics to help you with your designs, and Bubble Scout, the only Redbubble niche research and validation tool. You'll find a link to the giveaway in the description. It's free, takes like 10 seconds. Also, while you're there in the description, take advantage of my free 7-day Amazon merch mini course delivered via email. All I need is your email address, and my Merch by Amazon Facebook group. If you guys want to join, that would be awesome. All right, let's get straight into this design tutorial. We will be using Adobe Photoshop in the tutorial, but the instructions translate pretty easily over into Photopea as well. And nothing we're doing is really going to be, I don't think there's anything complicated that's like Photoshop specific. Everything that I'll be showing you translates into Canva, Photopea, GIMP, whatever it is that you use. You'll be able to follow along. So first things first, I am going to start a new canvas. Now, I always work off of a template, so that's why when you see me with a brand new blank document, you always see layers in the sidebar, because I don't see any point in starting with a blank canvas when I can just save a template and have even simple things like different background colors that match the color of the Merch by Amazon t-shirts, right? Instead of me guessing the red color, why don't I just like go take the actual red color of a Merch by Amazon red t-shirt and put that as a background layer. And that way, if I'm designing for red shirts, all I have to do is turn on that layer. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, start your new canvas. Make the dimensions 4500 by 5400, standard dimensions for Merch by Amazon. And then go ahead and grab a graphic. There's plenty of places you can go to get graphics just like this one. I was just browsing one of my favorite graphic websites, and I came across this, and I said, you know what? Let's have fun. Let's do a zombie design. Doesn't this kind of remind you of zombies? It's like a hand kind of growing out of the ground or reaching out of the ground. Who knows, from a grave or something. So I like this. If you need an idea for where to go to get graphics, check out Vexels. Honestly, is probably like the most popular one that I use. I can put a link in the description for you if you would like to check it out. There may actually be a promotion running too. Let me check. Yes, there will be a Vexels promotion for anybody that joins on June 29th through the first week of August. I'll get you guys the exact date range. But anyways, they set something up for anybody that follows my channel, so you will need to use my link. And if you sign up in between that date range, I will be, or 2 of you will be eligible for a full refund for your subscription, meaning you get it for free. I'll let you guys know more details when it's actually time to sign up, but I just wanted to let you know because I was like, oh yeah, I know I saw an email from them earlier today. Anyways, just find a graphic that you like, all right, that we're going to chop in half. I don't care where you get your graphic from, even if you make it yourself. For me, I don't think it's worth time for me to design these myself because it takes me too long, honestly, when I can pay like $2 a month to All Sunsets and get a subscription there, or pay for Vexels, right? So anyways, I'm going to most likely align my graphic on one side of the canvas, and in doing this, it's going to free up more room for my text, all right? So ultimately, we can kind of figure this out later, but I just wanted to show you may want to orient it to the side to prep for the text. Then also cut a portion of the design. I just eyeballed it, and obviously I didn't split it 50-50. I kind of split it maybe 40-60. Where I'll leave about 60% of the room for the text. I'm anticipating that I'm going to need room for the text because you guys know I like to make my text what? Yes, big, bold, and easy to read, because if it is not those things, people are going to scroll right past our designs and find a design that's those things, right? Easy to read primarily. You know, people's attention spans are short, so we need things to be quick and easy to comprehend. So I've chopped off a portion of the design. Now I'm like, okay, was this the best graphic really to use? Because without the thumb, it's like, what is that? Oh, it's a hand, but where's the thumb? So anyways, I don't know. There's definitely better designs you can use for this. I've done some in the past. Like I was in my private Amazon merch Facebook group, and I was doing design tutorials, and I did one that was like a lion's head. And when I cut the lion's head, it was like perfectly symmetrical. And when I cut it in half and did text on one side, it looked really good. And I don't want to say regular sales, but I make sales from that as like an evergreen. And I just made a bunch of lion sub niches and just pulled in different pieces of text and was able to target a bunch of different sub niches, like I said, and it came out really well. So anyways, we're gonna go with this one though. We're already halfway there. So from here now, I'm gonna orient that to the left. Perfect. Then I need some text. All right, so what text are we gonna use for this design? Well, first things first, I'm gonna add the text layer. So I go to the text tool on the sidebar. It's the T icon, and I'm gonna make a box. So I don't just like to click in. I like to start by clicking the what's gonna be a corner and then kind of dragging down and away and making a box for the text. So as you can see here, I did that. I made the left edge of the text box in alignment with the graphic there, so that it's not going to bleed over into the graphic. And Photoshop by default populates with some lorem ipsum Latin text. Now the font that I used here is Impact font, and I used italicized Impact. And even though like some fonts you actually need to download the italicized version, but with Photoshop you can actually click the A icon above me, and you can click the slanted I, and it'll make it italic even if you don't have the italic font downloaded. All right, so we got font equals impact. And here the next thing I did is with my text selected in Photoshop, I clicked the icon that will align my text to the left. So when I did this, by default, it was aligned to the right. That's probably from me working previously on this template. So I click the left alignment icon, and as you can see here, we now have the text aligned along the edge of our graphic. Perfect. You probably guessed what's next. I also then vertically aligned it. So instead of it being, vertically way above the top of the hand, I just kind of aligned it with the circle. I thought that maybe looked best. And I believe I even changed the color of the text here, even though it's pretty subtle, because it went from just white to that like off-white kind of creamy skin tone that was in the background. And if you guys are following along, there's no right or wrong way to select colors for your text. This is just me kind of showing you how I went about doing this organically. Ultimately, I'm going to end up changing the colors in a second, but you can use the eyedrop tool. So select your text, then click into the color picker for your text, and then use the eyedrop tool, and you can just click into the design in the background there, and it'll select that color and apply it. Now, what are we going to do about text, right? Because it still says lorem ipsum. All right, we got a zombie hand, and we've got some Latin text. So we need to find a sub niche that people are actually searching and buying on Amazon. So I go to my search merch tool, which will filter out non-merch by Amazon products, because typically when I'm doing designs, I'm optimizing for merch by Amazon because it's got the highest profit potential. So I want to go straight to the source. I want to search Amazon, and I want to see merch by Amazon products, and I want to cater to that audience that's purchasing those products. So I go to the search merch tool, which of course I'll put a link in the description to, and I typed in zombies. Then I clicked search t-shirts. Now here, I was surprised when searching for zombies yielded literally almost all Disney products. And then two of them that say cat. So super random, like all of page one. Like in this screenshot, I took a picture of 2 rows. Almost all of page one was Disney brand shirts. So I'm staying away from that. I don't really watch Disney, so I'm not in on the joke or in on it, but maybe it's a TV show. Anyways, after scrolling for a while, I came across this shirt. It says Halloween zombies eat brains. Don't worry, you're safe. All right, so zombies eat brains. Don't worry, you're safe. Kind of a funny Halloween shirt. Really well executed design there. And yeah, I think that text is pretty funny, and I think it has potential to sell. Now, hopefully it'll sell outside of just Halloween because, I'm recording this video in July. But anyways, zombies eat brains. Don't worry, you're safe. Let's roll with that. All right, so now I switch my text, the lorem ipsum placeholder text, to say zombies eat brains. Don't worry, you're safe. Perfect. As you can see here, though, I think we can still make this better. Like the text doesn't go all the way down to the bottom of the graphic. Like the top of the text and the top of the graphic are in alignment, but the bottom's out of alignment. So I'm going to mess with the leading of my text. So I'm going to click the character panel, which is that A icon over here on the right sidebar. And when it pops out, you'll notice the underneath where it says regular, there's like an A with an underline and then an A with an underline under that. And it's showing like the vertical alignment of text, also known as leading. And it was set to auto. I'm going to change auto in this case, and your case is going to be different. You don't have to manually key this in and figure out what works for you. But based on the size of my graphic that I've got, 184 point leading ended up basically aligning it how I wanted it to look, where the top and the bottom are in alignment with the graphic. So perfect. next I decided to play around with the font family for the word zombies, because I do think that's like a big part of why people buy this design, because they want a zombie shirt. Like I think that'll be like the primary driver of traffic to this listing is going to be people searching for something similar to like zombies plus other keywords maybe in this, but zombie shirt ideally is what I want to rank on. So I made the word zombies bigger. I switched the font family, and then I had to retool the leading to make sure everything's still aligned properly. But as you can see there, we got like a zombie monster style font. I even made the eat brains part a different color. I was just kind of experimenting there to see what I liked. Ultimately, I ended up applying a pretty standard color scheme that I've used a lot in the past. You can even see here. So guys, make things easier on yourself. If you find a color scheme you like, use the eyedropper tool, pick out the colors, save them in a notepad or something. Like I've always got Notepad++ open while I'm at my computer, and I've got a million things that I can just reference really quickly that I use for print on demand and a lot of other things, not just print on demand. So anyways, you can see here, I just labeled this vintage 60s, 70s retro color scheme. And then I went and I picked out the colors. Perfect. You got the goldish yellow, the blue, the kind of tan, dark or light red, and then dark red. All right, zombies eat brains. Don't worry, you're safe. I think that looks good. This is tried and true because I've sold plenty of shirts using this color scheme, so I like it. All right, boom. I uploaded it to a black t-shirt on Merch by Amazon, and it looks good. I think that's definitely good enough to make sales. It also works on a white t-shirt, by the way, so always check, right? It's not all designs, most designs I'd say are not optimized for both, but if your design ends up being optimized for both, enable both. And then, of course, a reminder, you can go to merchresize.com. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check it out. And you can use that for free. You can drag and drop your standard dimension design, and it will spit out rendered versions for pop sockets, hoodies, phone cases, tote bags, pillows, etc. So boom, here's just proof that it works. Got the standard t-shirt, premium, v-neck, tank top. Got the long sleeve, the raglan. The raglan defaults to the light gray, so I switched light gray to the white. They got the sweatshirt, the hoodie, the zip hoodie, the pop socket, iPhone, Samsung case. You got the tote bags, the throw pillows. Boom, perfect. It worked. Yes. This is pretty standard for me. You know, when I make my designs, I don't like to overcomplicate things. I know this wasn't like my best design ever. I've certainly done tutorials where I like the end product more, but I was happy enough with this. I played around with it some more too, trying to match the color scheme of the text to the color of the graphic. You can see here I did it in this one, and let me know in the comments below which one you think looks best. Like, I don't know if honestly this one looks any better or worse than the 60s, 70s retro color scheme that I used before. Typically, though, I think as a rule of thumb, matching it to the color scheme of the graphic does look better in most cases. So yeah, so this one, I mean, I don't know. Use your discretion. I can't tell if it's better or not. And I tried this one as well. I was like, what if I don't cut the graphic in half and I leave the whole hand? But I couldn't find a way of like including, you know what I just realized? Holy crap. I was not thinking outside the box when I made that. I was like, yeah, I couldn't find a way to make it work. And I'm not saying I prefer this to the way I did it with the half and half, but I could have easily made this work if I had just selected my text and right aligned it. You know what I mean? All I had to do is click into that and right align I would have right aligned it all, but like then don't and worry, the only two that are overlapping the text, or I mean the graphic, would have not been over top of it, and that would have worked just fine. So anyways, some days, I don't know, I had my creative writer's block equivalent for print on demand because that could have been done. And I saw it right away when I'm like walking through this video. But anyways, you get where I'm going with this, guys. You can have fun. You can experiment. You can make multiple versions of a design where they're similar enough. If you're going to do that, though, and use multiple upload slots, my best advice is just make sure that the niche you're entering makes enough regular sales to support doing it. Otherwise, your upload slots are better spent on other things, right? And you're like, well, how do I know? Well, look at the BSR. The BSR is a great indicator of sales momentum, sales velocity, etc. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Quick reminder before I sign off, I did write a full Merch by Amazon course walking you through how to go from tier 10 to tier 200,000. I've got over 4 years experience. If you want to learn everything that I can possibly teach you from my success, check out the course. It's pretty good, and a lot of positive feedback been received on there as well. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching till the end. Make sure you like, subscribe, and do all those other awesome things, and I will see you tomorrow.